Hi guys! I'm such a dork. Fuck. So, I had a bit of a shit week and I was feeling kind of crappy about myself, and when I do that, you know, little Satan goes, you work hard, spend some money. And then I undergo like a massive episode of retail therapy. Thankfully it doesn't happen often, but look. So, and then there's, so yeah. But I was really smart about my retail therapy, if one can be that. And all of these books came from, drumroll, Goodwill. So yeah. I just scared the shit out of my dog. Because these are a lot of books. Like, there were 6 fucking bags of books. Check it out. And this wasn't even all of them. But yeah. Let's get started. Firstly, all in the hardback. The girl with the dragon tattoo. The girl who kicked the hornet's nest. And the girl who played with fire. They had them in paperback, but I saw one in hardback and then the silver one, and I was like, oh, how pretty. No. So then, I'm really bad about that. I'll buy a book that's pretty much like an established series. Before I read the first one, I'm like, let me see if I like it. I just buy the whole goddamn series. Next, I have this anthology called Down These Strange Streets, but it's a fucking anthology of urban fantasy. Come on. Urban fantasy is like my favorite. Then on top of that, the first author's name I saw, even though Charlotte Harris is his biggest fuck up here, the first author's name I saw was Patricia Briggs. Immediately I was like, snatch, mine. Then we have The Host by Stephanie Meyer, which I didn't know was this damn big. The reason I purchased this book was because even though I disliked Twilight, it was basically what happened in Twilight that I didn't like Bella, bitch, you can't be falling apart because man fucking left you, like, get your shit together. But at any rate, I liked her writing style, so I picked up this one from Goodwill. Plus, is it a purple sticker? Yeah, it was only 99 cents. So that being said, I also picked up from Walmart yesterday The Chemist, which I believe is her, it still got a sticker on there. Fucking hate, why they put stickers on fucking books? Like, really? Can't find another way to do that? God, it drives me fucking crazy because some of them leave residue. But anyway, The Chemist, which I believe is supposed to be an adult thriller. I'm intrigued. Next, Across the Universe by Beth Revis. Is it romance? Is it romance? This book is about Amy, who she and her family were put in like a cryogenic sleep underneath this supremely long, like millennia long, I don't know if it's really that long, journey to a new planet, which is when they're supposed to wake up. But Amy is awoken early and something's very wrong. Someone's trying to kill her. So I believe she finds an ally in Elder, who is part of the race that was basically raised now on this ship to care for the people that are in these cryo sleeps. And she's kind of trying to figure out if she can trust them, if she likes them. I'm not really sure. I didn't read too much into it. Lately I'm on this kick where I just pick up a book and I'll vaguely like skim the synopsis. And if it catches my interest like that, I'll just pick it up. I don't even in-depth read the whole thing. So I know people have reviewed this, but I have not watched them yet. And I know it's a whole series. So we'll see. So more Goodwill finds. The Wrath and the Dawn kind of put me on this 1001 Nights kick, and I really wanted to read it again because I read it when I was in school, I believe, but I never read the whole thing through. Then, lo and behold, I find this in Goodwill. Leather-bound copy. I believe this one is from the 60s, and it says Veritas on the front, but it is a copy of 1001 Nights. The Harvard's Classics Deluxe Edition. This sucker is in, like, supreme condition. I don't believe this bitch has ever even been cracked open. What the fuck is wrong with people? Also from Goodwill, Inferno by Dan Brown. I am pretty much going to, I believe, get this whole series, and since I picked up the Da Vinci Code first, I'm just going to kind of pick up all of them because I do see them in Goodwill a lot. That scares me. I don't know if that means that they're bad because so many of them are in Goodwill. But yeah. Plus, everybody's on this whole stay woke Illuminati bullshit. Then, I also, since I have not read these books, don't judge me, Catching Fire and the Mockingjay. Yeah. Catching Fire and the Mockingjay. Now, Hunger Games was there, but it was in paperback. I want this copy. I have 2 of these now. It needs to match. I don't know why, but they need to match. I cannot fucking stand when I have like a book and book 1 is in paperback and book 2 is hard copy or vice versa. It drives me nuts. So yeah, but aren't they pretty? So all 4 of these go together, and this is the shit I was talking about that makes me angry. Hard copy, paperbacks. But these are Gregory Maguire's, I don't know if I would say retellings, but they're kind of like prequels or so. So, Son of a Witch, which I believe is a prequel to Wicked. And Wicked is a backstory of the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. It was a musical, which I still have not gotten to see. But I bought the soundtrack and I know the songs by heart. I freaking love the lady who voices Elphaba in the musical. And she was also Maureen in Rent, which I've seen a ridiculous amount of time. I just love her voice. But yeah, so Son of a Witch, I believe, is a sequel. And this is also going to bother me for multiple reasons because like all of these hardbacks are big and the copy of Wicked that I have is a hardback that's like short and fat. Fuck. Then, Confessions of an Oak Stepsister. So this one is kind of the backstory or the retelling of Cinderella and her stepsister, but focusing on the stepsister instead of Cinderella. This one's set in Holland, which is pretty fucking cool. And then we have A Lion Among Men, which is volume 3 in the Wicked years, which is Wicked and Son of a Witch. And then there was Mirror Mirror, which is the hard copy I have, which was set in Tuscany and is a retelling of Snow White. I don't know how bad it's bugging me that these all don't match. And then when I get my copy of Wicked from my books that are in storage, it's like that tall. It's gonna drive me crazy. So then, because on my last haul, I found Shopaholic and Sister. This one was also $1. Shopaholic Ties the Knot. And I could have sworn I picked up the very first Shopaholic novel, but it wasn't in my bag, so I have to check my truck and see if it's still out there. Okay, so I know you guys, if you've watched a couple of my videos and my newbie booktube tag that talked about the books that started my love for reading, which is the Nancy Drew series, and I always said the old, the yellow ones. Look at it. Some idiot. Why do people donate these? So this one is book 1, and then you flip it over in book 2, and then I have book 24, 27, and 33. I need them all. Like, they're 100 and something, and I want to say maybe up to like 50 something are hardback yellow like this, or maybe it's all like 114, something crazy like that. But I think I have like the old paperbacks still in my stuff in storage, but I want these. I need them. And I got all of these at Goodwill. At 2 different or 3 different Goodwills, I think. So I'm going to keep an eye out for them, but these I just... Oh my god, guys. Nostalgia like this. Like, I don't give up books, ever. I still have those little like kitty unicorn books from when I was like 8. You can't have them. You cannot give them away. I don't care if they're for kids or not. Maybe one day when I have kids, I want to read them. And then they're going to give them back. Alright, so while I'm down here with the paperbacks, I picked up The Night Gardener by Jonathan Auxier, which I assume is some kind of fantasy or thriller. It looks to be either YA or middle grade. I don't know. But I picked it up for the Read-O-Rama Read-A-thon challenge. I believe the individual challenge for this book was to pick up a book to read blind. And it's very hard to buy books and not instinctively flip them over and read the back. So I don't know what this one's about. Please, no spoilers. But I'm going to try to read this one first in the read-a-thon. So, because it's killing me. And then, The Golem and the Genie. This one is by Helen Wecker. It was $1, I believe. And I guess I could read the fuck. This book is about Shava, a golem, and Ahmed, a genie, who are some kind of way brought together in New York in 1899. And, we follow their friendship as they have to kind of trust each other and blend in with a bunch of their immigrant neighbors. And then just as they're getting close, some kind of a way, they're each transported back to their own worlds and times, and then some powerful force, some evil menace brings them back together. For what it didn't say, like I said, I don't too much read carefully anymore into the synopses because I like to be surprised. But look at that cover. pretty. In honor of International Women's Day, which was yesterday or the day before, I picked up this bad boy, which was Women Who Run with Wolves, Myths and Stories of the Wild Woman Archetype. This, is it like an anthology? I believe it's an anthology of just a bunch of women through history from like different religions and backgrounds who just fucking kick ass. I had to get, how could you not? A deeply spiritual book. She honors what is tough, smart, and untamed in women. She venerates the female soul. Dude, I can't wait to get to this one. After my book is fine, I'll probably knock this bad boy out real quick. Almost lastly, before I get to my absolute favorite find, which you would not believe I fucking found in Goodwill. Bunch of just basically little like hardbacks. I mean, shit. Bunch of like just paperback romance novels. So the first one, Cat Martin's called Midnight Sun. This man moves out into the city to basically get away from women, and then there's this woman out there who ends up needing his help, who's also from the city, and of course they fall in love. Then, Viking Warrior Rebel by Asa Maria Bradley. Astrid Irisdottir is a Valkyrie that protects humanity from Loki. Gets in over her head, an undercover agent basically gets in and saves her life, but now he's entranced in her world too. Of course, I'm pretty sure they fall in love. Slightly Wicked by Mary Below. This one's an old English historic romance novel, I believe. Guardian's Mate by Jennifer Ashley. I have a bunch of books of hers, both in Kindle form and in paperback. She writes very good shifter romance novels. In this town, I believe the main one of this universe is set in Austin. Shifters are a known thing. They're all collared and forced to kind of live in shifter neighborhoods, colonies, if you will. And follows like usually they have their own set of rules. They police themselves in an effort to avoid human police interference. But it follows like each of the major figures of these colonies, and of course their romance stories. The Promise of Fire by Amanda Boucher, which I'm not going to describe again because I already described it in my March TBR, but I have it in Kindle version. But I saw this, it was 99 cents. So like, well, I like having physical books better, so basically I bought this book twice. Brenda Jackson, Forged in Desire. Brenda Jackson is a black author who writes romance novels surrounding black people of color, African American, black characters. Mostly they're like black characters that are in some kind of high standing, or they're like political figures, they're professors, they're some kind of like powerful or important job. I haven't even read this, tell you what it's about yet, but I'm gonna hurry up because my camera's about to die. Then, Complete World Bartender Guide. Because reasons. The premise when I created this channel, my idea was every time I did a book talk, I'm just going to do one book talk a week about a book I really like. I'm going to create a drink to go along with that book, like a whole new drink. So this is going to help. Plus I'm low-key an alcoholic, so... Okay, let me not say that. We're going to move on. The Rose of Sebastopol? I don't know. It is a historical novel, but it's kind of... it's about an old army nurse, and I believe either her husband or her sister's husband goes missing, and we basically follow this woman, Rose, as she is trying to figure out what happened and solve this mystery. And it's set in 1854. Not my usual type of novel, especially because I don't believe there's any romance in it, but it looked really good. And it was $149 or $175. So now my all-time favorite fucking find, guys. So this is The Silmarillion by Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien. This is a first edition of a novel that basically writes the mythology around the universe that Lord of the Rings and that whole series is set in. He created a background, like an in-depth background, complete with like religion and mythology for that universe. And this book is full of the stories that he created for that. Originally, the book was declined by his publisher after he put out Lord of the Rings. And he sent them this one on accident when they wanted a sequel, and it was denied. So he just kind of threw it in the back burner. After he died, his son had this book published, and this is one of the first editions, first American edition, and even cooler, it's in the back. In the back is this whole fucking fold out map that looks like it was like just drawn with a fucking quill. Like, how cool is that? I don't know if it is showing up well or not, so I will take a picture of it and put up along with it, but I was super excited when I found this book, and it had one of those sale stickers on it, so it wasn't even $2.50. I got this book for $1.49, the first edition. What the fuck is wrong with people? So this is my all-time favorite find from Goodwill. I'm stupid excited, but yeah, it's been open here, but the page is like in the middle. The spine is super stiff. Nobody's even read this book. That wraps up this long fucking haul because my camera is about to die. That is it, guys. Find me on Twitter at OffbeatLauren. Find me on Instagram at OffbeatLauren, and follow my progress with especially my read-a-thon and just what I'm reading in general on goodreads.com/offbeatbookdigest. And then I also have a blog that includes like my other fun stuff. Like it has my cosplay builds. It has my DIY stuff, like when I repaint this hutch. Interested in any of that, check out my blog, which is at www.dorkinghampalace.com. Yes, you heard that right, dorkinghampalace.com. But the blog is, I broke it at the moment, and I have to refix like the background, and then I'll re-upload it. So yeah, find me elsewhere on the interwebs, guys. Come on. Thanks for watching, as always. Bye.